was a Sunday afternoon in July when Mr. Montez dove off of a short dock at the Hagen Resort. When he surfaced from the water, his scalp had been lacerated and his vertebrae had been fractured. After the incident, a jagged piece of concrete was recovered from the lake floor where Mr. Montez dove into the water. Mr. Montez claims that the owners of the hotel, Mr. and Mrs. Betcher, should be held liable for his injuries because of their negligence, due to not having any warning signs and not raking or cleaning the lake near their resort. Now, let's take a look at the court case to see who truly was at fault.
So, maybe jumping in head first wasn't the best idea, but I'm suing.
So, tell me what happened.
My wife and I have owned this resort since 1963, and nothing like this has ever happened before.
Kids jump in the lake all the time, and this is the first time this happened.
It's never happened. It has not. So why should the resort owners be held responsible for your actions?
There weren't any signs, and I hit my head on a cement block that they placed in the lake.
So, why aren't you liable?
Well, the lake's owned by the state, so why should we be responsible to... It's gonna be okay, just cry it out. We're not gonna lose the house. Why should we be responsible for paying for signage, paying for floats? Just take a minute, I'll be there in a second, honey. Why should we be responsible for paying for signs that we can't afford? This is a family-run operation. We can't afford signs and buoys and to rake rocks off the bottom of the lake. That's ridiculous. The lake's not even owned by us. It's the state's lake. Maybe the state should take care of it. Just a thought.
As we can gather from Miss Betcher's emotions, this was no simple case. Now the true question lies, are the Betchers liable for Mr. Montez's injuries? We look to the jury for the final decision. The jury determined that Mr. and Mrs. Betcher had violated their duty in any one or more of three respects. Their failure to warn the dangers of diving off the boat dock, their failure to periodically rake the swimming diving area in search of dangerous obstructions, and their failure to segregate swimming areas from boating areas.